Let's talk about something we've all experienced but don't really want to discuss, and that is conflict within the church. We all have conflict in our lives, but avoiding it doesn't make it go away. In fact, it often makes it worse. So how do we as followers of Christ confront and deal with church conflict? In this video, I'll share 4 biblical steps I've learned from over 25 years in pastoral ministry that will help you address and resolve church conflict in a way that honors God and promotes unity. First, avoidance exasperates the problem. Scripture encourages us to address conflicts head on. In fact, Matthew 18:15, Jesus says these words, "If your brother sins against you, go and tell him his fault between you and him alone." This isn't about picking a fight. It's about seeking restoration between you and your friend. But here's something we often miss. How we approach matters just as much as when we do. Most of communication is not about the words. It's about tone and body language. If you come across as harsh, impatient, or distracted, it's not going to go well. So when you approach someone, come with a soft and warm tone. Keep your body relaxed. Smile genuinely. Be gracious in your posture. And then ask a simple question. Hey, is now a bad time to talk? You see, asking it that way, it's subtle but powerful. Asking with a negative actually increases the likelihood that the person will say, "No, it's fine. Let's talk." Or, "You know what? Maybe we can pick a better time. Right now is not a good time." Asking this way gives them a sense of control, which immediately reduces tension. And that is exactly what you should be focusing on before addressing specifics of the conflict between the two of you. So don't be afraid to initiate that conversation. Just make sure that your tone says, "I care more about our relationship than about being right." Second, maintain humility and avoid the need to prove the other person wrong. Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 reminds us, "Do nothing from selfish ambition or conceit, but in humility count others more significant than yourselves." When addressing conflict, it's vital to approach the other person with a heart of humility, seeking to understand rather than being victorious. A helpful way to visualize this is by seeing the two of you tackling the problem together rather than you tackling your friend because you view them as the problem. I even recall a time when I felt wronged by a fellow church member. Initially, I wanted to confront them with all the ways that they had hurt me. But after prayer and seeking wise counsel, God humbled me and I realized I needed to approach this situation with humility. I gave the person the benefit of the doubt, and I really wanted to seek to understand the other person's perspective. That shift in mindset made all the difference for me, and it really helped restore the relationship between me and my friend. Third, be honest and open to admit where you went wrong and how to make things right. Jesus teaches in Matthew chapter 7, verse 5, "First take the log out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to take the speck out of your brother's eye." Your mindset isn't to come at your friend to show them what they did wrong, but to admit where you went wrong. By accepting your part first, it will help your friend take responsibility for their part. Lastly, don't be a pushover. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 15 says that we are to speak the truth in love. Addressing conflict doesn't mean compromising your convictions. It's about balancing grace and truth. When you let conflict fester, you are essentially avoiding speaking the truth in love. I know that might be hard for you, but we need to trust the Lord because it's worth it. When we obey what he says, it will not only bring us fruit in our relationship with him, but it will also bear fruit in the relationships that we have with others. Remember, my friends, the goal isn't to win an argument, but to restore a relationship. Conflict in the church is inevitable, but how we handle it makes all the difference. By confronting issues directly, approaching with humility, owning our faults, and standing strong in truth, we can navigate conflicts in a way that strengthens our community and glorifies God. Hey, my friends, if this message resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on standing strong in your faith with wise thinking and bold living. Until next time, keep standing strong in your faith.